Welcome to A Wild and Simple Life, a podcast of literary fiction, simple living, and nature short stories. I'm Julianne, and I read and write all the stories you'll hear. Each episode offers a small pause in your day, a soft space to breathe, and stories that invite you to slow down and reconnect with what truly matters. In the show notes, you'll find links to the ad-free premium version of the show, my personal diary, merch that you can purchase to support the show, plus my beautiful limited edition framed nature short story prints. Each print and story celebrates the quiet beauty of simple living and the rhythms of the natural world. Only 20 of each story will ever be printed, so they truly are special. Thoughtfully framed and ready to inspire, they're perfect for your home or as a meaningful gift. I created this show as a way of sharing my writing and as a gentle reminder that happiness often lives in the overlooked. The way the sunlight moves through the trees, the hush of an early morning, or the comfort of doing things the old school way. Through these stories, I hope you'll rediscover the joy of enough. It's time now to settle in for the story and enjoy the moments that celebrate living a wild and simple life. Welcome to this week's short story. It's about visiting Grandma's cottage at the edge of the woods, a handmade journal, and the first blooms of spring. It's also about gentle walks, shared meals, and Grandma's wisdom, capturing the essence of living simply, observing deeply, and cherishing the small wonders of life. So get cozy with me, grab a warm drink, and enjoy this little story. The train moves slow through the valley, winding past rivers that swell with snowmelt and pastures just beginning to blush green. The world is waking up, stretching open like a flower in the first light of spring. I press my forehead to the window, watching bare trees stippled with early hints of new life, and wonder how much has changed in the months since I last visited my Gran's house. She lives at the edge of the woods, where the land folds gently into the foothills. Her home is a weathered cottage, tucked between tangle of lilacs and broad, patient arms of ancient maple. Smoke rises from the chimney as I step from the train, and by the time I reach her garden gate, she's already outside, apron dusted with flour, hands outstretched in welcome. "You brought the spring with you," she says, pressing me into her shoulder. Come in, the kettle's singing." Inside, the air is warm with the scent of honey and rosemary. The wooden shelves sag with books, and the kitchen table is cluttered with seed packets, an open notebook, and a steaming mug of chamomile tea. I drop my bag in the corner and let the slowness settle over me like a soft shawl. "I made you something," Gran says after we've had our tea. From the sideboard, she pulls out a small hand-stitched journal. Its cover bound in linen, the colour of fresh cream. My name is embossed on the front in her careful looping script. "For your botanical observations," she says. "The first blooms of spring are yours to record." I turn the pages, already imagining the delicate sketches and inked notes I'll add. Gran knows me well. She's always understood my love for small, quiet things, for the unfurling of fern fronds, for the way sunlight catches on a single raindrop, for the stories nature tells if one only listens. The next morning, we set out with baskets and notebooks, moving slow through the garden. Gran kneels by the crocuses, their violet petals trembling in the crisp morning air. I sketch their slender stems, noting how they push through the last patches of frost as if drawn upward by the promise of warmth. Snowdrops dangle like tiny bells beneath the hedge, and the first daffodils lift their golden faces to the sun. The meadow is still brown in places, but here and there a splash of colour emerges, a scattering of pale blue hepatica, the fuzzy buds of pasque flowers. Gran crouches by a patch of violets and picks one, tucking it behind my ear. The first flowers are always the bravest, she says. I write her words in the journal, next to my sketches. The pages begin to fill with delicate renderings of woodland memories, the curled tips of fiddlehead ferns, and the tiny star-like blossoms of chickweed. My fingers grow smudged with pencil, and my sleeves dusted with pollen. At midday, we rest beneath the maple, sharing bread and honey while the wind hums through the branches. The world is soft here, unhurried. A woodpecker drums in the distance. A bee, groggy from winter, bumps against the rim of my teacup. There's a rhythm to these things, Gran says, stretching out her legs. The wild knows when to sleep, when to stir, when to sing. That evening, I sit by the window with my journal, tracing the day's discoveries in ink. The scent of baking apples drifts from the kitchen, and beyond the glass, fireflies flicker in the deepening dusk. Gran hums as she kneads dough, her voice as steady as the turning seasons. Tomorrow, we will walk further into the woods, where the trilliums bloom in secret, and the air is thick with the scent of damp earth and pine. But tonight, I'm content to sit in this golden quiet, cradling the pages that hold the first blooms of spring, and all the slow, wild, simple beauty of this life.